Forever. Prosperity tree.
Change it. If you don't like something, change it. If you don't like your job, quit. If you don't have enough time, stop watching TV. Life is simple. If you're looking for the love of your life, stop. They will be waiting for you when you start doing things you love. Stop overanalyzing. Life is simple. If you don't like something, change it. If you don't like your job, quit. If you don't have enough time, stop watching TV. Life is simple. If you're looking for the love of your life, stop. They will be waiting for you when you start doing things you love. Stop overanalyzing. Life is simple.
Hey yo, yeah. Woo! Love this song. So true. Chat, chat, chat. All right. Today is gonna be a fun stream because I'm gonna reveal a few things that I was working on 6 years ago, but it was just bad timing and wasn't really pushing it. But anyways, just finished my gym workout. Still gotta take all my supplements real quick. You know, that's how I get my biohack and stay fit. In case you guys want to know, this is vitamin C and zinc. I also take phenogreek, if you guys know this. Here one. I take maca as well. I ran out fish oil. And what's the other one? I forgot. What's up, bro? And I'm gonna take vitamin D and vitamin K, as well as vitamin B complex. My girl don't like to take this one because it turn your PP yellow. But my is already yellow, who cares? And this is Tonka Ali. If you guys know this, you know this. It's great for... It's like a natural testosterone boost. Everything I take are all natural. Like herbal, natural shit. So. I try to... Oh my god. I literally... I hope you guys didn't see that. I try to close it with my camera thing. Alright. So, I know it's a bit late. Woke up a bit late, you know. went to gym and do all that. But today it's gonna be interesting. As you can see in the title, I'm gonna reveal a few things on my YouTube course that I spent, man, I don't even know how many hours, but the course itself, it has like 20 plus hours. But I didn't really push it as much to sell it. So, 5 years later, the fundamental, everything's still the same. I just saw it the other day. I'm like, this is still great value. So this video is mostly a value-driven content. I hope some people can take value from this. If somebody had told me some of the things I'm about to say today, I think it would save me a lot of time, headache, trial and error if I learned this 10 years ago. But I don't know who will see and how will reach whoever, but this video today and this stream is for you. So we'll see if that is some type of value for people. I hope so. But before we go there, I just saw today, if you guys can see, look at this. A quick update apparently with Italy. Seems like is getting a little bit worse for him right now. I don't know if it's like actually real or not, but seems like he's getting more trouble now in prison, Filipino prison. So yeah, let's take a look. Wait, can you guys hear? Here we go. I will talk about the hack after I'm showing you guys this part, because this was just, I guess, happened like a day ago.
Hospital after a brutal fight inside a Filipino prison. It was 2:35 p.m. inside Bicatan Detention Center when emergency sirens suddenly echoed across the yard. All inmates were outside during their routine walk when chaos broke out. A guard shouted, "They jumped the YouTuber. We need to move now." Vitali had reportedly made a comment to a known Filipino prison gang during the walk. Just one line was enough. Within seconds, around 15 inmates swarmed him, beating him mercilessly. Witnesses say he tried to fight back but was quickly overpowered.
Yeah, there's no way you'll fight back in that situation. I don't even know what would you do. You're in a foreign country, in the foreign prison. You don't even really have alliance. Because if you're in a US prison, right, there's gonna be racial, group, right? It's gonna be like the black group, the white group, the maybe Asian group or something like that. When you're in there as a white Russian American, and you came from like fame, money, not a good position. You don't really have much leverage. And I don't care if they're like, skinny maybe, or people don't know like how to fight, let's say Vitali's size is bigger than it, doesn't matter. You're in their territory now. They can do whatever they want. And we don't even know if the prison guard had association with any like, inmate. Not a good situation for sure. But yeah. I don't know. It just feels like it's getting worse and worse for Vitali.
Rushed in, using batons and pepper spray to separate them. If they hadn't stepped in, he wouldn't have made it, said one officer. Vitali suffered a broken leg, multiple rib fractures, and deep facial lacerations. He was immediately transported to the prison's medical unit in critical condition and remains under 24-hour watch. Sources say he's conscious but unable to speak due to internal injuries.
That's bad. If you cannot even speak, that's bad. Man, I was gonna say, I hope he actually making friends or alliance, in prison. Like he should study like the art of war or the 48 powers, the 48 law the 48 laws of powers, you know, the basic psychology and power, especially in that situation and the structure of it. But I don't think he has. But I don't even know if this is like a real news or fake news. We will have to like verify it. But if it's real,
Some inmates claim it wasn't random. Vitaly had been targeted since day one. Others say it was only a matter of time.
I bet, like I say, you don't have alliance there. You're probably the only famous, rich, white, Russian, American YouTuber. Obviously, they will target him. Obviously. I don't even know how he can play out in that situation. You know, maybe find the most powerful leader and just like, watch. If you can protect me once I get out or before I get out, I'll make sure I take care of your family or your people outside. You know, make some friends and deals because you don't have leverage in that situation. But I don't know. I don't know what's the... I don't know the situation, but this sounds bad if it's real.
Time before something exploded. Vitaly was rushed to the hospital after a brutal fight inside a Filipino prison.
Yeah. Brutal. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. This is bad. So, without holding back, chat, today, I want to talk about back in the days. This is about like 5-6 years ago, 2019, 2020. Okay, I think 2019, about 6 years ago. I made a YouTube mastermind course. Basically, everything I know, right? Everything I know from the technical, the mindset, the good, the bad, viral video structure, anything that I can think of that can help someone to become a content creator or YouTuber. I made a course, even on Instagram as well. But today we're going to talk about the YouTube one. So let me see if I can show you guys real quick. So this is what it looks like. You see the folder here? So I had this like a course, right? I had the introduction. Everything has a checklist. You know, I have literally 9 modules, right? I think the total was 49 videos, like about 49 main videos, 23 bonus videos. So it's like almost 72 videos plus, total about 20 plus hours courses that literally everything you can imagine that I was gained from doing YouTube from 2013, 2014, all the way to like 2019. So like 5 to 6 years of experience. I basically create a course on that. But I was going through some personal challenges and many things was happening. That's why I wasn't really like even selling this big time. And I'm sure lots of people don't even know about this. So today, I'm actually not going to talk about all the modules because it's long. What I want to talk about and share for free is the bonus. The mindset, the hacks. I don't know if we have time, maybe. So the mindset is all this, right? It's like 8 videos. The hacks has about 12 videos, something like that. So if we have time, you know, if you guys want to know, maybe I'll just do one for mindset today. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. And I was watching some of this myself. I'm like, damn. This is good. I'm not trying to blow my own horn. But some of the things that I say, I still believe till today. Obviously, now we have even AI and all that. Make things a lot even easier and faster. But chat, like this is literally what made me who I was back till 2019. And a lot of things, obviously, I grow even more. But I think it can be valuable for people. You know, I spend really a lot of time planning, write it down, you know, and film this whole thing. Added in myself, everything. But yeah, I'm just gonna, you know, talk about it one by one today. So let's go. The first one is this one. Wait, hold on. So the first one here, let me open this. Okay. So basically the first one here is called delete these words in your life. That's the first one. We're talking about now is just everything is mindset. So let's watch this. Actually, wait. Okay, let me see if it's better to play like this. Yeah, that was the course worked on YouTube Creator Masterclass. But now I'm just giving out for free. I don't know if I should do this way or should I do like full screen. I might just do full screen. Yeah, I think this looks better for you guys. All right, so the first one is like delete these words in your life. I'm gonna see if it's lagging. If it shouldn't be lagging. Hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me redo this real quick. I need to open it on my desktop. Okay, hold on. Let me reset this. Okay. Wait. That's not it. Let me reset real quick. Where's the window? There you go. All right, cool. So this is the video. Alright guys, welcome back. So in this video, I want to talk about eliminate some of this vocabulary or words in your life after you watch this video. Do not use these words anymore in your life and you will have huge benefit for you. So the first word is... So keep in mind, I've recorded this back in 2019. Take this word out of your life. Never say can't. I can't. Yeah. Rather say I can. If you say I can create a YouTube channel, I can film videos, I can do this, I can do that. It's the same concept that we talked in another bonus video where I said, whatever you focus, the energy just goes there. So if you say I can't, that means your brain is gonna start looking for things that support that argument. But if you say I can do it, find a way to do it, figure things out, then your brain will start working and thinking, okay, how can I make another video? I don't have the camera. How can I make a video with what I have right now? Right? So your brain starts... That's very true. In the beginning, when I started doing YouTube videos, despite everyone was telling me I can't, stop trying from people I even care about, I just have this energy and believe that I can do it. And I believe because of that mindset and energy, other people start believing it later. And I think it's the same thing as right now. I'm doing stream. Most of the people don't even believe me. And they still, you know, sometimes I see people come into the chat and say stop recording. But they don't know my mind. They don't know my potential. They don't know how strong I become mentally. And I think that is the factor to become successful at anything. That's the number one thing. Believe that you can. Thinking things. So start eliminate this word, I can, rather than I can. I can. Next word is won't. Stop saying I won't. Stop saying like I won't become successful. I won't be able to build a YouTube channel. My mom will not approve me. Da 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 da. Don't use that word anymore. Instead say I will. I will become successful. That's right. I will build a multi-million-dollar company on YouTube. I will succeed on YouTube. I will be the best streamer in the next few years. I will always say that. I don't care what you want to do. always say that with action. Don't just say that and no action, no consistency. That's just delusion. Do it, believe it, see it. Have a viral video. See, once you start changing that words, magic will happen.
Facts.
Don't use I won't anymore. The next one is don't have time. Oh yeah. How many times have you seen people say, "Oh, I don't have time.
Facts.
I don't have time to work. I don't have time to go work out. I don't have time to film videos. I don't have time." Again, it's the same thing. It's like when you say you can't, and your brain starts thinking about things and searching things that why you can't.
That's
and
right.
When you say you don't have time, guess what? Let's say you have a 9 to 5 job and you came home and you're like, look, I don't have time anymore. I just got home, right?
Yep.
I don't have that much time anymore. I have to go to sleep in 3 hours. Then your brain starts thinking, okay, I don't have time. Then I'll just sleep early. That's called RAS. Right. RAS, reticular activate system. If you know about this, look it up. If you don't know about this, look it up. It's something that we all have in our brain. If you want something and you tell yourself excuse, your brain will find evidence to find those excuses and become reality. Vice versa, when you find something that supports that what you want, your brain also will start looking for those things. That's what called reticular activate system. You can do a research on it, but whatever. However, if you think I have time, I have 30 minutes. I do have the goal. Minutes. I do have 15 minutes. That little 15 minutes per day, it will add up. It's like the compound effect.
That's right.
It definitely adds up. So instead of saying I don't have time, say how can I make time?
That's right.
How can I find time? Gotta ask the right question. It's not I don't have time. It's I have limited time. So how can I find more time to build my dream, to build something I believed in? Gotta always ask the right question. How can I get out of distraction and find more time?
That's right.
Don't say I don't have time anymore, because we all do have time. I don't care if you're a billionaire,
Yep.
if you're broke,
Yep.
we all have 24 hours. It's how you use it. So don't say I don't have time.
And how you
anymore.
not get
The next
distracted.
thing don't say is too young.
I love this.
Too old.
I love this.
Have you heard people say, "Oh, I'm too young to do this. I'm too old to do that." Like,
Facts.
"Oh, I'm too young to start a business. I don't have experience." And some people say, "Oh, I'm too old to do YouTube. I'm too old to learn social media." Guess what? It's all just in your mind. It's all just excuses.
It's all just illusion. You see, kids are just doing it when they're young. And guess in the beginning, how many people put them down? You're too young to do this. You're too young to do that. You don't have experience. People like Speed, people like Kai, people like Mr. Beast. They all start in their teens. Teens. Right? And look at them now. Obviously, now people are like, oh, whoa, they're so great, blah, blah, blah. They just didn't believe they were too young to do something. And look at people like, for example, Gary Vee or a couple other, entrepreneurs getting on social media. Grant Cardone or someone. They don't say, I'm too old to be on social media. It's all illusion. You're never too young to do anything. You're never too old to do anything.
Have you had people very young but very successful? Yeah. Have you had people very old but still dominate on YouTube and on social media? Yes.
Yep.
See, this is just how our mind try to trick ourselves. We try to find excuses and not to do certain things because you think you're...
Facts. Oh, hold on. I think we got frozen a little bit. Can you guys see? Hold on. Can you guys see, or feels like it got frozen for some reason? Wait, okay. Let me restart this one. Sorry about that. I don't know why it got lagged out. Wait. Okay. I think we're back. It was around like 3, around here. Cool. All right. Go fucking do it now. Cross that shit. Hey, it's a good excuse. I use that all the time. I'm too tired. And I'm getting older, right? Compared to where I was before. But guess what? Still gotta get it done. Yeah, it could be true. But don't matter. Yep. That's right. That's right. That's true. That's literally mindset 101. That's why I put this video first. To become someone that you want to become, first you had to do things other people won't do. All these excuses people make, we still make that sometimes, but it's just a reminder. It's all illusion. It's all excuse. You want fucking something? Get all that vocabulary out of your dictionary. Yeah. I still do that sometime. I'm guilty to it. I'll do tomorrow. Yep. 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 This is why I love psychology. The more you know psychology and the more your own psychology, you can rewire it. You can hack it. When you start catching yourself say, I can't do this because, I won't do this because, I don't have time because, I'm too young, old because, blah, 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 because I'm too tired, I will do it later. I love this, but I'm gonna do it tomorrow. When you catch yourself saying all this, start replacing the words. Instead of can't, say I can do it. I will do it. I will make time. It's because I'm too young. That's why. The positive. It's because I'm old. That's why. I'm too young, so I have so much more energy. I'm too old, so I have so much more experience and wisdom. It's just how you look at things, you know? I'm too tired.
And this is why most people don't push harder because they feel tired too. This is what made me different than 99% of the people. I feel the same, but I still get it done. I will do it now. Now, not later, not tomorrow. I don't care how I feel. I'll do it now. When you start changing that mind, see how your fucking life change. Not in one day, not in 1 week, not in 1 month. Give it a year. Give it 2 years, 3, 5 years. You won't even recognize. You won't even recognize yourself. Yep. 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 It's done. When it's done. I think it was from Kobe, right? R.I.P. Kobe. But hey, that's how he became the champ. Yep. Yep. Don't ever fall into the trap of being a victim of excuses, even though those excuses can be real. Sure, your dad is an alcoholic. Sure, you grew up without a dad. But can you use that as a positive? Can you use that as a motivation? Right? When you make excuse, you give power to that excuse over you. Once you understand, stop giving your power away, and that's when you start make things happen. I still learning that. I'm not saying from like a pedestal. I still make that mistake sometimes. I'm just saying now as the pattern I see what I make and some other people make, the mistakes of making excuses. Yep. 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 That's right. That's right. Yep. That's right. Yep. It's like you go to the gym. You're already 90% done. But most people don't do that part. They don't do that 90%, just put themselves at the gym. Your energy already shifted. This is why I don't believe in home workout. The energy is not the same. You don't see other people like work out too, That's why I also don't believe work at home. Ironically, I'm at home in my own studio, but a bit different situation. I prefer also have an office, but the energy is just different. When you work at place, when you go to the gym, it's not the same. Yep. 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 Cross that shit. Yeah. So, you know, I still believe everything I say till this day. And it's true. And a lot of time I had to also remind myself some of the things, you know. So the next one is called, where is it? Right here. Don't reinvent the wheel. I don't know if you guys will find this valuable. I hope even just one person find this valuable. It will make everything worth it for me. Yep. That's what I'm doing right now. Just say. I'm following my own advice with streaming. So we'll see how it goes. Action. By the way, since you know this is a bonus section of about mindset, this is why I was saying, you know, you guys by now should be already have lots of video upload and figure things out already. So yep. It doesn't even need to be part 2, 3, 4, 5. You get the point. But back then, this is 2019. That was I seen that was the trend that was happening. But you know, you can't be creative. Like if you watch Mr. B, same thing. You know, he's like he go from like staying $1 hotel to $1 million hotel at night, and then he finds something similar, right? Like you can spin the wheel, but the same exact similar contact. Oh shit, my bad. I just realized. Oh man, this is embarrassing. Sorry. I just realized you guys cannot hear the audio. God damn it. Hold on. Sorry. See I'm still a noob sometimes with this. It's kind of stupid. Okay, let me see. Things. Okay, now you guys can hear. I am so sorry. It's been 1 minute. I hope you guys can hear, and I don't even know if the last video you guys can hear. God damn it. All right. I'm still, you know, getting used to this stuff. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. What's up guys, welcome back to this video. So in this video we're gonna talk about is don't reinvent the wheel. So what does that mean, don't reinvent the wheel? Well, in the beginning, you gotta test out different content, different niche that you wanna do, right? And you wanna figure out what works, what gets more views, what gets less views. By now, you guys should be already upload tons of videos, tons of different content, and you already should know what kind of niche you're in and what kind of content works specifically within that niche. And when you start making enough of videos, you will eventually find what I call the winning product or the winning content, winning videos. Meaning that this specific video, this specific content outperform all other videos or all other ideas that you have done. And once you find that specific content, specific video, start making something similar. If you can make a part 2, part 3, part 4, keep doing that because it shows what people want. And when algorithm sees a part 2, part 3, like we mentioned before in another module, it will start recommend people that watched the first video and recommend it to part 2, part 3, part 4. And they will start seeing the suggestion videos and your videos start getting more views, more views, more views. And that's what I mean by don't reinvent the wheel. I'm not saying not become creative and just stop with one thing. You can still testing different things. However, remember, there's a saying, if it's not broken, don't
fix
try
it.
to fix it. It's the same concept. So if you find out winning content, keep doing the same thing. Keep doing the similar content. I'll give you a personal example. One of the viral video I did was called like Batman picking out Uber drivers.
Yep.
So from that video, I see what people like, what the market wants. I would start doing maybe like a clown pick.
Even with that, to be honest, I saw it somewhere. I forgot, a company or somewhere did a similar video, but you know, it didn't get too much views. I'm like, that's a great idea. I want to use something similar, and I did that, and you know, it went great.
Now Uber driver, or a princess picking out Uber driver. You know, it's just something similar but different a little bit. So it's still interesting, but it's within that same structure, same concept, because it's already proven that works.
Yeah.
So you want to follow the same exact step, but just make it a little bit different. Exactly kind of like this masterclass as you guys are learning right now, right? Everything I give you the blueprint, and you can follow that blueprint because it's already proven for me that works.
Oh.
So it will definitely work for you guys. However, you might be in different niche, but the concept, the fundamental is the same. So the main point I'm trying to make is follow the market, follow what people want. But here's a little twist. Make sure whatever people and the market wants is also what you love and what you.
That's a big one. A lot of you guys still want me to do like gold digger pranks and stuff. It was fine in the beginning, but towards the end, it was just like, that's not what I enjoy. That's not what my passion is, you know? So this is what I'm saying right here.
Maybe that's what you want and what you love in the beginning, but once you start making like part 10, part 12, you might just start getting a little bored of the same content. So that's when you need to start being more creative. You need to know how to satisfy your audience, your fans, but at the same time, you need to be happy.
Yep.
Right? You need to know your passion, how to fulfill. So you have to find that balance. This is a balance where you fulfill and happy doing what kind of you want to do, and this is what the market and your fans want. If you only always do what you want and not what they want to see, you're not gonna grow. But if you always do what they want to see, but you're not happy of the content
you're gonna burn out
doing for them, it's not gonna last long. You're gonna burn out. You're gonna like, you know what? Money doesn't satisfy me. It doesn't make me happy.
Yep.
So you want to find that middle part. Find the things that works, but also what people likes. So that's where you find your success videos. So find a balance between what people want and your happiness. Then me in the middle. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Peace.
So yeah, that's true. Even up to today. And then I talk about it all the time, actually. Hold on. Maybe I should put it here, maybe? So you guys can see better. No. Yeah, maybe I can put it here. I think I'll put my camera here. So then, you know, you guys can see better. I think it might be better this way. Yeah. Anyway, so that is the video I talk about. Don't reinvent well. It's true. I just gotta make sure every time when I pull this out, you guys can hear it. Hold on. Let me just double check. Here. Okay.
What's up, guys? Welcome to this bonus video.
By the
In this
way,
video, we gotta talk by the way, don't go to the YouTube masterclass website. It doesn't work. You know, I stopped it a long time ago. So just so you guys know, it doesn't work. All right. Anyways, let me get closer. All right, here we go. So this one is talking about how to be more productive. I actually don't remember this, so let's see it. About how to become more productive. Before we jump in, I want to write it here. A law is called the Parkinson Law. The Parkinson Law. I remember this. So what Parkinson Law basically saying is, if you give yourself a timeline, let's say you only have 5 minutes, you have to finish the work. Yep. You have to finish study. You will put all your energy try to finish it because you have a deadline, because you have to finish it. But if you give yourself exact the same task for like a week, as a human being, we will think like, okay, we got time. A week. We can just, take it easy, slow down. But guess what? We never get it done. Because the way our brain thinks is like, okay, I had all this time in the world. That's so true though. I don't know about you guys. It's still true to these days. In high school, in college, I remember there was so many times. I don't know if you guys have this. You were just like in school and you're like, oh, the teacher say this is due in 2 weeks and this is due in 1 month. Yeah, all right, cool. Don't have to think about it until like 3 days later or 2 days later. Oh shit, remember that assignment? Oh shit, we got 2 days. And instead you can work it on it one piece at a time. You squeeze everything the last minutes. It's like procrastination, making excuses. I got time. I think same thing, right? It's same thing come down to our health. If you zoom out to a broader scale of our human life, we usually think, oh, my health is not that important. I got time. I got time in the future. I got time. Right now I gotta focus on making money. I will, do things not good for my health. And I got time later. And by the time they have cancer, by the time they have, all this disease, whatever, no energy, and they're like, oh shit, now maybe it's time for me to focus on my health. Parkinson Law, same thing. I don't know why, like human, we're just so dumb sometimes if you think about it. It's like excuses, procrastination. If we can take that out, I think everyone will become so much more productive. No. That's why he's telling you, oh, okay, we can take it easy. We don't need to do it right now. But if you only have 5 minutes, you have to get this video done. You have to film it. You have to edit. You will get it done. And this is what I mean by the Parkinson Law. Whatever timeline you give yourself, you will have to finish within that frame. So meaning that if you want to be productive, first of all, you need to plan. Yep. We talked about this before, planning, scheduling. Don't think it's just gonna magically happen if you want to be productive. You gotta write down when you wake up, what you're gonna do the entire day, task, what time, what time frame. And if you have a team by now, if you have a filmer, editor, you have to tell your team what time they need to be here, what time, how long is the filming, and then by what time the editor had to give you the product, maybe within 12 hours. The draft. Yeah, it all kind of come down to product management and everything. And you all start from yourself. I remember when you don't have a calendar because you're a content creator or you're an entrepreneur, you're literally have all the time in the world. But at the same time, if you don't manage it, if you don't plan it and don't schedule it, all the time it's just kind of slipping away. I have so much experience on this. 4 hours. If you don't give people yourself time and your team time. Andrew, I'm not responding right now because I had to talk about this in many videos. So maybe you can watch all the videos where I talk about that. And so right now I'm focusing on talking about all this course and the mindset. they're gonna drag it out. It's just how human works. So which kind of also means you need to give yourself a deadline. Without a deadline, based on what Perkinson law says, you're not going to finish on time. You're not going to even try to finish it because you don't have a deadline. And I had experienced that multiple times. If I don't give myself a deadline, try to finish a certain project or video or editing, it will drag it out. And then eventually you're like, oh my God, I waste so much time. Oh my God.
Yep.
It could have been done within 1 hour. I've been dragging out for 5 hours because I haven't given myself a deadline. By 3 p.m., I need to get it done. And when you don't get it done, you have to hold yourself accountable why you didn't get it done. And you have to look back and be like, okay, I need to make sure I get it done next time. And don't give yourself too much wiggle room. If you think you can finish in 2 hours, don't give yourself 3 hours. Because now you're tricking your system. If you can think you can finish in 2 hours, give yourself 1.5 hours.
Yep.
Challenge yourself. And on the contrary, this is also how it works with your brain. When you reward yourself after you finish before the deadline, you feel happy. You feel you accomplished something.
That's right.
Even the smallest thing, it carries out throughout the day. So you want to be able to have a deadline, finish it either on deadline or before deadline. And here's a little trick. You want to give yourself a little reward, anything, a little reward. For example, like if I finish all my video before the deadline, I'll go out and get a massage because I love, feel relaxed and get a massage. That will be.
And this is what I mean by hacking and tricking your own psychic and your psychology. They do that all the time. In government, in school, whatever it is. Why can't you do that to yourself? It just works. Reward, pain.
Reward for yourself. And when you do that, you're programming yourself and your mind that when you get job done, you get reward, which will release dopamine in your brain.
That's the problem. In 2025, too many people got dopamine overload. You can get dopamine by swiping and looking at TikTok when you wake up. Nobody want suffer anymore. Nobody want pain anymore. But that's the only way you can grow. And this is why I feel as a society, people are going backwards because of dopamine.
Triggers pleasure and happiness, and that's how you feel. And when you feel like that, you're basically telling your brain when you get things done before the deadline or on the deadline, there's a reward.
That's right.
Besides, a reward like mentally, I get it done, I can post on YouTube, but you also feel this actual something reward and you looking forward for that. So then you want to actually get more work done in the future. That's just kind of how it works in our subconscious mind. So that's one of the tricks that I had learned personally, how to become more productive. I hope this mindset helps some of you. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah. I still believe everything I said. And it's just those little mind shift, mind hack. I'm surprised not enough for people knowing this and using this actually. Okay, so what is this next one? Okay, you guys will like this one. I love this one. Because if you want to be a content creator, want to put yourself out there, expect some haters. And how do you deal with them? Well, let's see how I say it.
What's up guys, welcome back to today's video. Today I want to talk about is how to deal with hate or haters, you can say. How to deal with haters or just negativity in general. Here's the thing, right? Before you start becoming successful on YouTube, start have people watching you, have people commenting, in the beginning you want everyone to watch you, right? You want more people to comment and engage your content, which is good, right? So in the beginning, you might have some haters, but the more you become successful, I will tell you, the more you're gonna have haters.
Oh yeah.
But just have a mindset of what a hate means and what hater means, okay?
I remember when I had only 100,000 subs. Or maybe even 200. Definitely 100,000. I barely see any hate comment or dislike at that moment. I start getting hate
definitely after 300 or around 500K, all the way to million. 2 million, obviously, is way more and more and more haters. But it's interesting. Definitely, the more haters I get at that time, I realized the more views and attention I was getting, even though I had to mentally prepare and shift it. But yeah, it was interesting.
So for me personally, I have a pretty thick skin. So when people say crap about me and stuff, I don't take it personally. I look at it as more of a criticism. How can I make it better? Maybe what they're saying is right,
Yep.
right? So maybe you should see it in a different angle. Maybe what they just try to help me. They try to improve my content. They want
That's what I think in the beginning, right? Obviously, later on, there's malicious hate, jealousy, whatever. But I always try to keep my ego at home and try to see, okay, is this something I can learn? Is this something maybe I'm wrong? I'm trying to be logical every time when I see like hate. And most of the time, I realize, oh, okay. They're just being very jealous. They're actually want to be me. They're actually hate themselves and insecure. It's not because of me, you know? So you just have to know once you analyze it.
improve me. So when the way you see it now is different, rather than oh he's just being negative, stuff like that. Obviously, there's people out there just want to say, you know, kill yourself and stuff like that, very meaningful stuff, and has nothing to contribute for you to be a better person.
I feel bad for those people. I have never DM'd someone that is like, go kill yourself or something like this, you know? Every time when I see someone text me that, it's like, damn, how bad your life is, how bad your mental health is, how bad whatever you come from. Because hateful people are hateful themselves. A person that is happy just because they don't like something, they're not gonna have extra energy and spend extra time to like, oh, you piece of shit. Da, 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 da. It's usually the people that don't have a good life. Usually people don't have a good mental mind that do this. Successful people, busy people, happy people don't have the mental energy and time to do that. So once you understand this, you just like, oh, okay, I get it.
Person or have a better content. For those, I would just say 100% ignore them. You can just ignore them, but at the same time, you have to understand where most of these haters and people, when they hate on you, coming from, right?
That's what I said.
So haters in general, think about this. When you're in a good spot in life, everything is great, everything is good, everything is comfortable. Why would you spend your time to hating on someone's video or content?
Yep.
Right? A lot of people, when they're hating on someone or something, is not really actually directly to you. It's just a reflection of
That's right.
themselves. Okay? So understand understand their mentality and understand that maybe they're coming from a bad place, you know? So maybe actually have sympathy for them. Because maybe they become jealous of your success. You become successful. Now you have views. Now you have fans. Maybe they become success. Now they become jealous. So, you know, understand that and don't let haters and negative stuff get into your head, because you need to know who you are and why you're doing this, because you love it and this is your passion. I forgot exactly where I saw it. It was an article I read. Very, very interesting in terms with haters. Haters actually are your biggest fan. Yeah, I'm sure you guys have heard that before, but it's true. Think about it logically, right? If I really hate you and don't care about you, why would I spend my time, which is so precious? We all have limited time. Why would I spend my time to commenting and say you suck and stuff like that? They're actually your biggest fan. They just don't realize it and don't want to admit.
That's right.
They're actually your biggest fan. And statistically prove haters actually spend more time engaging with you.
That's what I said earlier. It is true. Like, obviously, I sing and consume online content for a long time. Obviously, I've seen certain content, certain creator I don't like or enjoy or find it cringe and stupid. But I don't really care. You know? I don't care. Oh shit. It's like move on my life. It has nothing to do with me.
Than your fans. It's kind of funny. So would you call that a hater, or would you call that a real fans that don't want to admit they are your fans?
Yep.
That's how I see it. That's the definition of haters for me. The definition of hater means real.
By the way, I have very, very bad writing. I know.
Fan that is too stubborn. Damn right, stubborn.
Stubborn.
Or to admit that
They are your fans. I'm gonna skip here.
So that's a real definition of haters. So just know that when you actually start getting haters, don't focus on that. Don't focus on negative stuff. Just really know who you are, and whatever they say, if they actually help you to become better and become a better person or your content, yeah, sure. Say thank you for them. Thank you for your criticism. I'm gonna improve more. And for people that just want to hate on you, you want to have sympathy for them and also use that as a fuel. Say, hey, you know what? You say I cannot do it. I cannot hit 1 million. I cannot hit 100,000. Great. I'm gonna use that as a fuel.
I still use this to this days, man. I still use this. Even at my very moment right now, I'm still use the same exact mindset. I guess I never changed. It just become better, I guess.
And I'm gonna prove you wrong. So use that as a motivation rather than being negative when you towards those haters.
Yeah, so another fucking banger, in my opinion. Shit. I don't want to sound like, I'm like, oh yeah, you did a good job, Josh. But it's the same mindset I still have. Okay, what is this one? Hold on, let me close this. Okay, so this one is called How to Eliminate Anxiety and Depression. I actually don't remember this at all. And I want to switch my camera real quick. Hold on. How do I flip this? Oh, nope. Wait a second. There you go. Now it looks a bit better. Perfect. All right, so this one, how to eliminate anxiety and depression. I actually don't remember this at all, so I'm curious what I say.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another bonus video. So in this video, I want to talk about specifically meditation and gratitude.
True. I still do this to this day. Hold on, chat. Let me just post this real quick. Wait a second. Oh, okay. Revealing how give me a second, chat. Let me do this. Where? Hold on. I want to post this on Instagram real quick. Because I think this can help people who are experiencing this right now. Share, copy. Okay, fuck it. Just leave it at leave it like that. All right. Wait, let me just make sure it posts. Should be. All right. So here now we're talking about. Where'd it go? How to eliminate anxiety and depression through meditation, gratitude. Video is for you if you ever have problem or suffering from. Again, I'm saying this as my own experience. I ain't no doctor. You don't have to listen to me, but I'm just saying what works for me. Anxiety or depression. Trust me, I have experienced both of them, and those things, those personal things, can affect your career, can affect your business. Yep. And this is why I'm creating this bonus video, so it can help you become more sharp in your personal life, which can help you on your business and professional life. So first thing first, I personally have been meditate for about 8 to 9 years now. About three years now, almost every single day. Exactly. My routine is every day when I wake up, first thing I do is I close my eyes, I meditate. And the benefit of meditation is literally makes you realize you are in the present. Here's a quote. It says, if you ever feel depressed, it's because you're putting too much energy into your past. But if you always feel anxious, it's because you put too much energy into your future. But however, at the moment as you're watching this, you cannot change anything in your past. You cannot change anything in the future. All you have is right now, and that's why they call it present, because it's like a gift. So what I'm trying to say is the benefit of doing meditation every morning, especially for me, it helped me stop feeling anxious about the upcoming day, about the video I need to make. Because when I'm being meditated, there's 3 ways to meditate. I switch it up different time, different days, based on how I feel. One way is I wake up, I close my eyes. I basically, all I focus on is my breath. So I just think about my breath, breathing in, breathing out. That's all I think about. And this can help you tremendously. For one, you're not looking at your phone, you're not looking at your email, you're not freaking out what's happening, outside the world. You focus on yourself first, and that helps you to be more focused throughout your day. And I'm not saying this is easy. It was very hard for me in the beginning. My mind is everywhere. Up to even today. Sometimes my mind can be everywhere. Depends on, the day before or the night before or the current situation. But if you make that to a daily ritual habit, you will see how much you had changed in terms of depression, anxiety. It had definitely changed a lot for me. I am way more stoic than I was before. And you can be more focused, and when things throwing at you, you don't get distracted as easy as if you didn't meditate. It helps me personally, and I have such experience on that. And the second way I do meditation is I will listen to like a beach sound, like there's ocean waves or like birds chatting, stuff like. It's like a nature sound. Sometimes when you lived in a city for too long, your soul craving connection to the nature, to the mother of nature, to the universe. That's why I was lived in Bali, because every day I've connected to the nature, and it's important. That I feel I'm in the nature because I love nature, and it makes me calm down, make me feel like I'm in the nature, and I just again focus on my breath only. And the third one is guided meditation, which you guys can just YouTube it. There's so many out there. That is good if you want looking for abundance. You want looking for something like morning meditation. YouTube it. There's so many. You can just try it out. I do that still up to this days. And one of my things I really enjoy is the breath work. You can also look that up. Breath work is great. And Wim Hof breath work. I really enjoy it. But I highly recommend, if you ever feel depressed, ever have anxiety problem, try meditation. And just know, don't try to feel like, oh, it's a job or it's a task and I try one time, I try two times, nothing changed, nothing happened.
Yep.
Remember, same thing as YouTube. When you do a video, when you create a video, it doesn't happen over time. But you start programming your brain, programming your subconscious slowly. After, like, say, a month doing every day, I guarantee you, you will feel a difference, 100%. And now I also want to talk about being grateful and being hungry. You need to have both. For me, it's kind of a challenge because I always want more. I always hungry for more success, hungry for more achievement. I have like a high standard for myself. Yep. So for me, I always want to achieve more. However, because I'm such a, like, goal-oriented person, it makes me feel anxiety sometimes. I'm like, what if I don't make it? What if I don't figure it out?
Yep.
I'm sure some of you have the same feeling sometimes with life, with business. This is why it's important to always feel hungry, so you can always grow more, always learn more, always be a better person, better businessman, better YouTuber. But at the same time, this is where the meditation comes in. You do great gratitude meditation. You find little things that you're grateful for. Like, I'm still alive.
Yep.
I live in the United States. I have a camera. I have internet. I'll give you a quick statistic. It will blow your mind. Do you know what is the 1% wealthy people in the world?
That was back in 2019. So the statistic is a little bit off now, This is like 2019.
How much you had to make to consider be a 1% is $30,000. Then if you make more than $30,000, you consider 1% rich in the whole world. I traveled different countries a lot. Before for example, I traveled to Bali. The average people in Bali, they make $150 per month.
Crazy. I don't think it's even changed that much, to be honest. It's a different world. And I'm glad I actually
just give you
travel and been to this type of places and experience. It just kind of give you a different expectation of life and different value. Hey, what's up? Welcome back. It just gives you different value and reality, how your life versus others. When you compare, they say comparison is the thief of joy. Obviously, when you compare with people better than you, you always be depressed. But when you compare with people way less than you, which they always are, you can have absolutely no money, but you're healthy. There's something to be grateful for, right? I remember this as saying, I was crying because I don't have the shoes I want until I see a man that don't have his legs. There's always something you can be grateful for. Always.
Different perspective. And also, as we talk in this right now, if you think about the people that's in the hospital, people just lost their arm, people just lost their parents. As we speak, it's happening every minute, every second. But when you put that as perspective and you're like, wow, I'm so grateful.
Yep.
I'm so grateful I still have my parents. I'm still grateful I have my health. I'm so grateful I have my arm. I can see, I can feel. Just the little things that made you realize life, it's just a little thing that makes it different. And when you feel grateful, when you feel so thankful that another opportunity that you have every day, you won't feel as anxious anymore. You won't feel as depressed anymore because you realize, wow, life is a gift. Every day is a gift, right? So then you want to make sure you had that gratitude.
That's right.
But at the same time, you always want to be hungry. Because people who always just, happy, which is good, but they never push themselves to get more because they're not want more. They just, oh, everything is good, I don't want more.
That's my parents.
But I'm not that person. So if you're that person that you're just happy, you now try to get, millions of subscribers, millions of followers, millions of dollars. Hey, I'm not here to judge. But if you're happy, I'm actually jealous that, you find that happiness. But for me, like, not only I want to be happy, but at the same time, I want to achieve more goals. I want to help more people. I want to push myself. I want to see how high I can go. I want to see, you know, what is my potential. I want to like helping you guys. That's why I'm doing this masterclass and helping you. So that's just two ways to see it. You want to be always hungry, also always be grateful. And one thing I want to show you guys, very interesting, is this thing in your brain. Every human has it. You have it. I have it. It's called reticular activate system. I think that's what I'll try to say. The RAS. Yeah. It stands for reticular activate system. So what it does is, have you ever, let's say if you think about something you want, a car. If you want to buy a car, let's say a black Lamborghini, or black, let's say a black BMW, 4 Series, for example. Have you ever just like, okay, I really want that car. Then you start going to the street and you start seeing the car start like showing a lot. Like, oh, I see that car, that's the one I want. Oh, I see that's the one I want. It's called the RAS. It's a system within every human being. So what it does is, it's already there. You see the car's always there, but you wasn't paying attention to it. Because there's so many things happening in our life, we can't like consciously like aware of everything. For example, right. If I tell you right now to notice how you blink your eyes. See, when I tell you that, you start aware of it. Like you start consciously thinking about it. But before I tell you that, you never think about it. That's called the RAS system. So it's kind of like a law of attraction, you can say. It's literally whatever you focus on, your mind will start pay attention to it. And if you really understand this law or this system in your mind, you can either use it against you or use it to help you. If you use it to help you, you can all you want to think about is something you're grateful for, something you want more. If you want more success, you will find more success. You will find content. You will find people that are successful. But if you think, oh, you know, I don't really care about success, guess what? Life will also decide for you and you will start to attract failure. Here's a perfect example. If you look for people that are starting from very poor and from really bad position and in life and become successful, you're gonna start finding those stories and be encouraged. But if you start looking for people that are just, you know, poor and never become successful because they came from a bad family, bad environment, you're gonna find those too. Yep. And that will actually affect your energy. So you want to always pay attention to things you want and visualize it, and don't pay attention to things you don't want. Just don't even give the energy to the things you don't want. It's so true, man. It's so true. Life is weird sometimes. If we're in the matrix, if everything is stimulation, I think that is the hack that breaks free for people. Like recently, right? I'm starting getting into streaming. It's weird. Everything from my timeline, everything that I'm pay attention to are all related to stream now. Things that I don't even care before, and it start popping out. And algorithm works this way too. When you start seeing some certain content, it starts to suggest more of those. So the algorithm itself, I guess, is an AI of RAS, if you think about it. Think about it. So instead of saying like, I'm not poor, but you're focusing on the word poor, you should say, I am successful. Now you're programming yourself and you're thinking, oh, how can I become successful? Ask the right question instead of being delusion. You're not rich. You're nobody. You want to be rich. You want to be somebody. How can I? What skill do I need? How many hours do I need to put in? Those are the questions to ask. Focusing on success rather than poor, even though you say, I'm not poor. I don't want to be poor, but you focus on different things. That's kind of how the system works. And last for this bonus video, I just want to say, always remember why. Your why is so important. Why you do what you do. Why every day you wake up, you want to make a video. Why you make your videos. You need to know your why. And your why has to be stronger than just being famous, just making money. Your why has to be stronger than just for yourself. Your why will be so strong if it's for other people. Your daughter, your son, your mother. That's what makes you push more than beyond what you can imagine. For yourself, for your family, for a better future, your passion. Always remember your why, because one day when you become successful, you have to remember, kind of like what I say, where you come from. You need to know your why, and that is gonna drive you. So that's it for this bonus video. I hope some of this information can help some of you out there, maybe struggling on, anxious or being depressed in your personal life. I hope this can guide you and help you on a personal level, which can also affect your business level. I'll see you guys later. So yeah, you see, everything I talk about here is literally my own experience. I don't ever want to feel anyone feel like, oh, you like an expert, like guru. Yeah, people can see certain ways, but for me, it's like I just want to be a big brother that I never had. Someone that can be there for me, someone that tell me how to walk through life, how to walk through certain business situation, relationship situation. And that's what I'm making this content for. And this is why I'm sharing it for free for. If I can help somebody anywhere, anytime, I will consider the time that I spend right now is worth it. So Gabriel, I saw your question, but I didn't say anything yet because I was like, focused on the video. You asked me if I were to sell my YouTube channel, how much would I sell it for? Probably zero. Because it doesn't really make sense. Right? If it's like a faceless YouTube channel, okay, sure, it's like a business. But this is like my personal brand, my personal channel. So, if I only being selfish and focus on myself, I'll be like, yeah, I'll sell it for whatever. I'll make some free cash. But I know for a fact whoever bought it will have no value in my experience. Like, what is the point to buy my channel when you don't have my face? Unless you're like a super AI expert with my brain, then okay. Makes sense, which is possible later, I guess. But at the moment, it doesn't make sense to me. So probably zero. Okay. And plus, it's kind of like my memory, my work. It's like you try to ask an artist to sell his art. Lots of time is no like a price, if that makes sense. Okay, so what is this next one? All right, so this one is, oh, okay, I like this. It's a recommended books to read. I like to read because I think that's how you learn. That's how you become smarter, right? So let's see actually what books I'm talking about here. I actually have no idea. What's up guys, welcome back to this video. So in this video, we're gonna talk about the recommended books to read. So although there's lots of information and knowledge in this course, however, life is about keep learning, keep educating yourself, and keep getting the knowledge. And so for me, I read daily. I want to know more knowledge, right? Still am. Sometimes I forget like a few days or, time, but I try to read every day as much as I can. In terms of money, in terms of sales, in terms of personal growth, everything like that. So I want to show you guys 5 books for this video that you should read if you haven't, to expand the way you think about business and think about life. It will definitely help you if you haven't. I'm curious. So the first book is... What's the first book? Rich Dad. Okay. The classic. Dad. It's a pretty famous and popular book. In this book, it basically talks about how you should focus on assets and building your wealth rather than building a liability. And lots of people don't realize what's an assets, what's a liability.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good read. So if you haven't read that one, check it out. The second book I will recommend is called The Compounded
Effect.
Effect.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another real good book that I really enjoy. It talks about consistency, basically how little things can actually have dramatically effect on anything you want to do in life. So even I told you guys lots of time, even for your YouTube career, your YouTube business. And the compound effect is basically reinforce that concept. If you're consistently doing something and you really put the time into it, put the action to it, you're gonna achieve huge things. The third book is The
Liar.
So this book basically talks about if you want to good at something, all the people that have done something great like Steve Jobs and all these other people spent at least 10,000 hours to master the craft.
That's right.
You can be talented. However, there's a lot contributing to anybody's success. And even the Beatles and people like that, they have done so much and putting so much hours to become the greatest, the best. So that's another book if you want to look into how to become successful and how do you become a master of your niche, of your craft. So the next book I'll recommend is The Magic
Of Thinking Big.
of Thinking Big.
Yup.
It's one of my favorite books that I read literally 8 to 10 years ago, but still affect me today. That book's basically just showing you how much you can have achieved in your life as long as you have the bigger thinking and change the way you think about things, imagining things differently. It will shift the way you look at things, look at business completely differently. So that's one of my favorite books for sure.
True.
And last but not least, I have one more book is
You guys see?
Think and Grow
Rich.
Rich. It's similar to The Magic of Thinking Big. It's focusing on your thinking, your mindset, right? So that book definitely has a huge effect on my career and on my business, and even just on my self-development. It has dramatically helped me. So those are the books that I have read already. Obviously, I have tons of other books I will recommend. But if reading books and getting knowledge is something new to you, those are the 5 books that I will actually recommend to the new beginner. And if you want to know more books that I read, obviously you can always DM me on Instagram and stuff like that. So last but not least, I'm not personally a good reader, meaning like I can't really read that fast. So for me, the way I absorb this knowledge is through Audible. It's an app by Amazon called Audible. It's about like $15 a month. However, if you think about it, are you not willing to spend $15 a month to educate yourself, to invest within yourself? Then I don't know what you're doing, right? By joining this masterclass, I am sure you guys already have that mindset by investing yourself, right? So $15 a month is so cheap, it's so worth it.
And I will have even a newer recommendation. The way to read and learn better, I learned that I think from Alex and Mosey. Basically, if you have an audiobook and you have a physical book, you can play the audiobook while you're reading the physical book. It will enhance your memory and absorb at the same time.
And that's the way I observe knowledge. Some of you maybe like to read directly on your visuals, but for me, I observe better and learn better through my ears. So it's up to you, just giving you options. So yeah, those are the 5 books that I will recommend you guys to read. Now go ahead, expand your knowledge.
And there's so much more books that I had read ever since. And those are still the classic one. Definitely. I'm really actually enjoyed this videos here. Because this is the type of videos I will actually share with someone that needs guidance, someone that needs help. Doesn't have to be YouTube content creator, but just in life in general, self-development. Even shit. For my son in the future. That's something I would have to, go through this. What we got next? Okay, almost done with the mindset. Look, chat. We got like
2 more. I don't know if this is value for anyone because I know the timing right now, not that many people are awake in US, but I really hope this can help somebody because it helped me. And shit, by reviewing it, it still helped me. Just saying. Let me see this real quick. Okay. So, the next one is called, where'd it go? The next one is called Stop Being a Perfectionist. I still am. It's just in our DNA, but I actually don't remember what I'm saying here. So let's watch it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So in this video, we're gonna talk about is just stop being a perfectionist. If you're not, you can skip this bonus video. But if you are a perfectionist like myself, watch this quick video. So what is a perfectionist? It's someone that want everything to be perfect, right? The video has to be perfect, the music has to be perfect, the editing has to be perfect, everything has to be perfect. It's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. It's pros and cons. The good part is your video is gonna look amazing, look great. However, it might take a lot of time. And the little things that you try a lot more time than needed. Change, it's not gonna affect that much. Which comes down to this rule is called the 80-20. 80-20 rule. Of course. Or it's a law, you can say. So what the 80-20 rules say basically is whatever your 20% effort you put in is usually result the 80% result. And the rest of the 20% result usually take about 80% effort. What I mean by that, have you ever filmed a video, editing a video? You probably use 20% of your energy and your time editing about 80% of that video. And the last 20% of video usually take you about 80% of your time and your energy to try to perfect it. So what I mean by that, you can't just stay with the 80% because that rest of 20% is not gonna make a huge difference, right? The rest of the 20% you try to put in, it's gonna take way more of your time and your energy and you're gonna get burned out and try to make it perfect. Then it just put it out as the 80%. And remember, perfect is subjective. What do you mean by subjective? It means whatever you think is perfect, a video, a shot, editing is perfect, is not objective. It's you believe in it. You think, okay, this is not perfect. However, when another viewer, when your fans watch it, when it's 80% done, they'll be, oh wow, this is perfect, right? The only 20% that you try to fix, the little thing that you think make a big difference, they don't. But it will take so much of your time, your energy, to try to fix those things. So always remember, perfectionist, being perfect is just subjective. It's how you see it. You can always try to make it perfect. You always want to add more. You always want to do more. But guess what? Don't put that 80% of the effort, try to fix the rest of the 20%. It will not be worth it. And the most important part is to get it done. Don't try to make it perfect. It's more important to get it done to make it perfect. This is a great example that I have personally learned, especially later on when you start. Shit, even right now, my stream is not perfect. Nowhere perfect. But as long as it's 80% good, I'm like, all right, cool, done. People, when you have people, an editor, a filmer, right? Not everybody had the same vision. Not everybody think the same as you are. So you want to make sure whoever works with you or work for you are 80% done, right? Make sure the video is done rather than like delaying it and try to keep going back and make it perfect. Try not to make 100% perfect. As long as up to 80%, it's good. It's good enough. Publish it. Show it to your fans. edit it, done. Don't try to put more time, like the 80% time, to try to fix the 20%. So that's it for this video. Stop trying to be perfect and just get things done. I'll see you guys later. True. True. I mean, sometimes it's easier to say than done, but it's just a good reminder to do that. All right, last one from the bonus mindset session. It's kind of funny. I feel like this type of content, this type of video, are actually valuable and actually can help people. But most people are not even realizing and seeing the value sometimes, versus they just want to watch something stupid and entertaining and grab attention and sometimes negative. This actually explains why most people are not living the life they want, because they're focused on the things that doesn't enable them to be so. So if you're watching this, congrats. You already want something that to be better than 99% of people and focus on the right thing. Just my opinion. So what we got here? This one is why only 10% make it? Or probably even less, probably like 1% to be honest. What's up guys, welcome back to another video. So in this video, we're gonna talk about why only 10% of people will make it. And when I say 10%, I'm not talking about people that only 10% can make it. I'm talking about only 10% of the people are willing to put the effort, are willing to put the work. While 90% of people will find excuses, will say, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that,
Yep.
oh, it's too hard, YouTube too saturated. Only the 10% are willing to do whatever it takes and make it happen. Probably a little more like 1%, not really 10. Even more tough than in streaming industry, I see. If you have no money, no time, whatever it is, it's just an excuse. And this is why in our society, any success story, only those 10% of people are entrepreneur, because it is hard. It is going to be difficult. Actually, a lot less. Let me actually see. I might ask ChatGPT real quick. What is the percentage? What is the percentage population in US that are an entrepreneur? And what is the oh shit, didn't work. What the hell? Okay. What is the percentage of population in US that is entrepreneur? And also, what is the population percentage in the world that is entrepreneur in 2025? Okay. It says, interesting. Okay, it's based on 2024 data. Percentage of entrepreneur in US is about 54 million. It's about 16%. 16, okay. Globally, about 7.4%. So US has definitely more entrepreneur, 16%, while the world at about 7.4%. So I mean, I was about right. Like if you divide by 2, it's like 10%. And that's what this is saying. Good things never comes easy. But when you put the time in, put the effort in that 90% of people are not willing to take, you become that 10%. You become that 10% success story that everyone think, oh, that everyone's talking about, oh, he's lucky, he came from a rich family, yada, yada, yada. Don't be that 90%, be the 10%. And by becoming the 10%, you have to willing to do the 90% that people not willing to do. Most people, trust me, they're not willing to make videos, even though they want to be a YouTuber. Yep. They dream to get out 9-to-5 job. But 90% of people are too lazy. They don't really want it bad enough. Yep. Whatever little obstacle in their career, in their path to become a successful YouTuber, to build a giant multi-million company. Or even nowadays, streamers, I guess. They're gonna be like, it's too hard. It's obstacle. I'm too tired. That's how 90% of people think. If you look around, trust me, within your class, within your job, within your circle, 90% of people are not motivated. 90% of people are not willing to take what the 10% are willing to take. So to be more specific, you need to be willing to give up time. When I say time, meaning like time to hang out with friends. Some of your friends be like, hey, Josh, this Friday, let's go party. Hey, Josh, let's hang out. Let's play this video game. Let's do this makeup. Let's do all this thing, you know? But it has nothing to do with your goal. It has nothing to contribute your success. I'm not saying don't hang out with your friends, but you need to know everything comes with a price.
Choose the right friends, right? You can still have friends, but if they'll be like, yo, let's go gym. Yo, let's grind on this business. You know you're in the right friends and right circle. If you're not, find them.
Right, so 90% of people willing to pay the price to hang out with their friends, to drink, to do whatever, but don't complain. Don't be the 90% and complain. Oh yeah, you know, I want to hang out with my friends. That's why I can't do YouTube videos. Be that 10%. Just know sometimes you have to make that sacrifice. You have to make that sacrifice that the 90% are not willing to make. And it's all about dedication and consistency. A lot of time, people will not understand your vision. People will not know what you're doing. Trust me, when I start YouTube, people look at me like crazy. Like, what are you doing? Like, this is dumb.
I still remember so vividly when I started YouTube. People were laugh at me. People think I'm weird. It's kind of a recycling again. Now is with streaming. JoshPalerLin 2.0. Can't wait.
Like, you think you're gonna be a YouTuber? You think like you're gonna make money? Like, you know, people have doubts until I prove them wrong, until my vision is so clear and becomes a reality, and they like, oh wow, I knew you can do it. You know those people? That's a 90%. Don't be those people. Believe in yourself, work on your goal, be dedicated and consistent. You will become that 10%. And just know, again, I say this multiple times, this YouTuber role, this entrepreneur role sometimes can be very lonely. Because not everyone will believe in your vision and see your goal. You need to trust yourself, trust your gut, know your passion, know that you can do it. And I know it's gonna be time will be difficult because some of your friends or family that you really truly care about and love might be the one that hurts you the most, meaning that they might be, you know, not believing in you. Be like, hey Josh, like for example, luckily my parents are very supportive, but I can see some parents will be worried for, you know, the kids, be like, hey, or your wife or whatever, you know, your loved ones, be like, hey, I really love you and I think you can do it, but are you sure this is what you want to do?
I remember my parents asked me that exactly. They were worried, they were concerned. They were like, what is this YouTuber thing? What is this YouTube? Like, you know. So now I told them about stream. They probably still concerned, but I have a track record and I know it's possible.
You know, that doubt sometimes can destroy you. So don't let anyone, especially your loved one, to stop you from what you want to do. But take it as, you know, they love me, they care for me, but I know what I needs to be done. I see the vision.
Yep.
I'm gonna prove them wrong. I'm gonna make my life better. I will show them a good life by hustling, by doing it, become the 10% and show them how it's being done. And one last thing for this video is remember, 10% always have habits, momentum. You need to create a 10%. Successful people do habits daily, weekly, monthly. Little habits per day will determine your goal, your rest of the day, your rest of the week, your rest of the month. So if every day, if you just put a little time making a little video, you don't even need to film it. Come up with some idea, brainstorm it. You don't even need to edit it. Start filming just a little bit, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And when you're done editing, You don't even need to rush to post it, but you create that momentum, you create that habit, and then compound effect and just consistency, man. One day you're gonna be like, oh, I feel weird if I don't film, I feel weird if I don't edit, I feel weird if I don't post, and that's when you know you're on the right track to become the 10% successful people. I hope this quick video can change the way you think, and I'll see you on the top of the 10%. Peace. Oh, damn. Damn. That hit different. Especially coming from myself. That hit different. Wow. Habits and consistency and just believing yourself, man. I cannot wait. I can see the future now. As you watching this, this will be a testimony and prophecy what I will be in the next 2-3 years or 5 years. Who knows? But I will be. I will be. It's inevitable. And I hope this same exact mindset will help somebody one day. Maybe not today. Maybe not tomorrow. But one day, I hope this will help someone. Damn, Uncle. I used to watch you back in the day. Hope you're doing good. What's up, Ashel Guppy? Speaking about Ashel Spee. Remember I was just saying earlier? I was saying like, especially your loved one. Luckily, it was in my case. I saw Spee in this case. His mom in the beginning didn't really understand what the hell this kid's doing. Yelling, lighting things on fire, screaming, barking. But, you know, he was also lucky on the other side. His dad was very supportive, so it was great for him. But this is what I mean exactly, you know? So take that as an example. If Spee can do it, anybody can do it. You gotta just, you know, believe in yourself and know why you're doing it and see the vision. And look at him now. Killing it. Amazing. So Chad, that's basically all the mindset course I have. Really. Besides that one, I have another session. It's called the hacks. I just don't know if you guys want to see that one actually. Or at least I don't know if you want to see like this time or another time. But yeah, this one I go from YouTube Media Press Kit, even to give you some examples to what is this? Google Vision. Testing thumbnail. Aha, that was an interesting one. How to focus better. How to integrate brand deals. Aha, yep, this is the hack I was saying. How to keep retention rate high. How to negotiate brand deal. How to research trends. This is all back in the day, Chad. This is all back in the 2019. Now there's so many new ways with AI, with all this GPT, and it's so many more ways, right? 6 years later. How to split one content to 20 plus content. Oh my God. I'm talking about this now in 2019. This is before YouTube Shorts, I think, and before like Instagram Reel. And I was already talking about this. Huh. Wow. Interesting. How to travel for free. Retention versus watch time. Okay, that's specifically for YouTube, I think. Why editing CC on your videos is important. Yeah, it's just a small hack. Obviously, you know, it's not like anything breaking. YouTube Premiere. Huh. I'm trying to think if I should talk about everything here today or should I talk about it another time? Maybe I'll talk about it another time tomorrow and I just make it part 2. I don't know. But I can see this will be very good clips and shorts that actually has value, I think, for people when this being clipped it. And it can be even a long-term, long-form content. I don't know. But it's funny because if you're watching this, you think this is like I'm telling you guys about this, but more than the truth is that it's actually just a reminder for myself. I need to document like this more. So in the future, I can give it to my son, my kids, my grandkids about life, about business, about mindset. I have always wanted to try streaming, and I think this stream really got me motivated to try. Thanks, bro. Maybe I'll be up there with you one day. Buddy, I'm not anywhere there. I'm at the bottom with you, bro. And I hope all these videos today, if you haven't watched since the beginning, I will go rewind it and watch again. I think that can help you. At least it helped me, like currently, even before. And you don't need to be motivated to do things. I think I've been streaming almost a week now, or a week, I don't even know. I forgot to count. I can tell you, I don't feel motivated every single day. I don't feel motivated to go to gym every single day. But when, like I said in the beginning, I think one of the videos, I don't know if it was this one or the other one, when it becomes your daily ritual, daily habits, daily non-negotiable, you know, it, if you're not like waking up every single day and thinking about, oh, I'm about to go stream, what should I stream? Or dream about streaming, dream about talking to camera, right? You're not there yet. You're not hacking your brain yet. I remember when I was doing YouTube back in the days, every single day, my brain was thinking, what is the next video I need to make? What is the next viral video? How can I make something fun, entertaining, crazy ideas? I dream about it. And when I sleep, I think about it when I eat. When I drinking water, I think about content. Everything is thinking about content. What can I do? How can I be better? If you're not there yet, keep doing, showing up. And eventually it becomes your identity. And when you don't do it, you feel weird because that's not your identity anymore when you don't do things. That's what I would say. So, hold on, let me see something. Oh shit. All right, chat. I might be ending this now because I just realized I'm looking at my calendar. I have a few things I need to finish off stream and do. In the future, I will actually include more. Everything I do with you guys. Like go to the gym, boxing, training, eating, my more personal life stuff, I definitely would do. But right now, I'm just doing this for now. I definitely would do getting more IRL stuff. If you want me to do pranks, I probably would do also. But for now, I have like a schedule, you know, like I said earlier, plan your state, plan your schedule, hitting your goals. So yeah, this is what I have so far today, chat. I hope later this can be clipped and this later can give value for somebody that needs it. I don't care, want to be a streamer, YouTuber, you know, want to become successful, change your mindset. I don't care where you're at in life. There's some golden nuggets there, even for myself, to remember, to remind. So, but yeah, instead of keep yapping it, I think I will stop a little bit earlier today because I need to pee also. But yeah, I might go a little bit earlier tomorrow live, and then we'll finish the part 2 for this ones right here. We'll do that tomorrow. I can't wait. I think he's actually also helping me by watching this myself. All right, guys. Thanks for coming. Thanks for showing up. Remember, keep showing up. Keep pushing it every single day. Let's get it. Adios. Das vidania. Bye.